Here we go. I'm excited. We're here. It's another week. Are you excited? Okay, so many injuries. It's super frustrating. We have all of your, hopefully, answers to the questions that you're going to ask. We'll see how it goes. Very curious. But this is another good week. So, a lot of big news. One of the biggest ones, actually, my biggest mover today is going to be Mike Evans. It's not Ibuka related. It is actually due to the fact that Christian Gonzalez is out. That's massive for that team. And Sauce is going. Completely switched that. Sorry, Evans is moving up because Ibuka is going to be monitored. I don't think it's that big of an issue, but I do have him moving up just because of the fact that I'm guessing that Ibuka is going to be slightly more limited. I don't think that really affects his points overall. And then it's DK who is my biggest riser with the fact that Christian Gonzalez is out. So massive jumps all over the place. Another one that because of Jennings being out, we have a lovely jump for Bourne, who I didn't even have on my rankings list at all. So once that popped up, I just kind of rolled with it and was hoping for the best. So hopefully that helps. If you guys have questions, please ask them. We will get them answered as the show goes on. Oh, hey, Glitchy. What's up? Let's go. I got Evans too. Yeah, both of those are, it'll be very interesting to see how that ends up working out. It's a big mess right now, but everybody's moving. It's a moving day. Good news for people. Kraft is playing, so there's a big plus for you. I think that's definitely going to help, but be interesting to see how that kind of breaks down and work through it as we go. Where are we going here? Let's grab C-Plank. Sutton or Ridley? That's actually close. I think I have them back-to-back currently. Where is my rankings? I have, Ridley and Sutton are both flexes for me, and I have Ridley just ahead. So C-Plank, that's where I would roll with that. And then Michael has Love or Knicks. I have Love significantly higher than Knicks. And it's mostly because I think that often it's awesome when it comes to scoring fantasy for Love. The individual players suck when it comes outside of Kraft. But when it comes to your fantasy team, they do not care about your wide receiver. Jacobs is going to get his, so I'm fine rolling out Love today. Knicks also faces the Chargers, who have been pretty solid against quarterbacks. So, Johnny Boy, James Conner, or Scattaboo? That's another good one. I think I have Conner higher. I know Scattaboo is supposed to see an uptick, but Conner is still the lead back. Yes, I have Conner higher. So still going to be Conner for me. Yeah, Glitchy. Allen should be fine. McConkey should be fine. The big issue is going to be QJ, but I do think he can at least get one touchdown because that's kind of where he's been useful is that long bomb, and I think he could get past Surtain. So not too worried about that. All right. Then we got Jason. Goff, Penix, or Jones. I'm not sure if that's Daniel Jones or Mac Jones. I'm gonna guess it's Daniel, but I think I have Goff. Yeah, Goff is the highest, so I'm going to go Goff, and then Daniel, and then Penix. All right, Josh. Wide receiver 2 and a flex. Sutton, Williams, Franklin, Chubb, or Marion. It's going to be Chubb, and then I'm probably going to roll out Franklin because I'm guessing Sutton's going to have some issues today. Also, his downtick last week made me a little nervous. I don't think it hurts him too bad, but also going to be curious to see how that goes. Brady Lee, Jameson Williams or Olave. It's going to be Olave. Hurts or May. I still have Hurts up there. This is a matchup that I think he's actually going to have to throw. How much do I love Hollywood tonight? A lot. It's a good matchup for him. Worthy's out. And I currently have him as my wide receiver 15. So, do you think JSN will play? Yes, he will play. I'm not too worried about that. It more comes down to how big of... Again, I'm not super confident when it comes to not Jones. Darnold. Golly, I keep mixing too many people right now. Darnold, he's been able to get him the ball, but if JSN isn't fully healthy, it's still a decent matchup because it's the Saints. So I don't think you can sit JSN no matter what. Vinny, Hollywood, or DJ Moore. It's gonna be Brown for me. I love Hollywood. Christopher, Yetter, Mac Jones, or Darnold. I'm pretty sure I have Mac higher just because I like his weapons a little more. Yes, I have him just ahead of Jones by 2 spots. Or Darnold by 2 spots. Dak over Baker still glitchy. Yeah, I still have Dak as my number 3 QB. So I'm still rolling him out. That Bears defense does not scare me. All right. C-Plank, May or Herbert? I actually just switched that, and I put May ahead of Herbert just because that matchup is better for May, and I'm a little nervous about Denver. Was trying to play confident earlier, and I just couldn't keep myself at it, so going to roll out May. Josh Conrad, Keenan, Sutton, McLaurin. I don't think there's any way you can sit Allen at this point. So I'm going to keep Keenan Allen in. Ty Davis, full PPR. Henderson, Wandale, Hunter. Only one of those players is playing full-time, and it's Wandale Robinson. Even though it is out of the slot, I still expect him to continue his usage. Don't love the matchup, but volume's there, so I'm rolling with it. Christopher Yetter. Igbuka or Chubb? Going to say Igbuka in any kind of PPR. If it moves to standard, I might go Chubb, but targets are definitely going to be there for Igbuka. I'm not too worried about it. Tony, welcome back. Do I take a chance with Igbuka or flex it? Tootin Judkins? No, I'd much rather play Igbuka over all those people, except for maybe Kraft. I can have them similar when it comes to their rankings, but I still think I'd rather go with the wide receiver. Vinny, Judy, or Jameson Williams. That actually is a really good one. I have to check my rankings again here. Jameson, I have at 23, and I have Judy at 24. Literally back to back, so I'm going to go Jameson Williams. Nibs, it is Sunday. I am here. I am live. I'm giving you all the answers in theory. Trying to keep up with all the news. So, had a handful this morning. Wasn't ready for it. Daniel, fancy seeing you here. Kraft or Johnson? I still am going to go Jawan. The opportunities are just too great for me to go past it. I love Kraft. I think it's a great option this week again. Even banged up. It's a good matchup. But Johnson is just playing so much, I can't bring myself to not play him. Angela making it in. Good morning. PPR pick 2. JSN, Keenan Allen, and Pearsall. I'm sitting Pearsall. I much prefer Allen and JSN this week. Both have just been tearing it up. It was pretty thin after Thursday's game. Yeah. Full PPR. Io Manor, Ertz, Judkins, or Tootin. It's PPR, so I'm going to go with Io Manor. I have to see more from Judkins, but it's just again one of those things that how much are you willing to trust him against a Packers defense that's been really solid? So I can't bring myself to do that quite yet. So all right, Jeff. 12-team PPR, Hampton or Mason. Another tough matchup for Hampton, and he's still splitting. I'm going to roll out Mason, who will have a majority of carries this week in a good matchup. Also part of the reason that I have not Darnold. Man, my brain is just not firing at all today. Whatever the quarterback rated lower than normal. Golly. Why can't I think of it? It's going to drive me crazy. Okay. Anyway. Brett, Jacoby, Debo, Garrett Wilson. That's a tough one. I like all of them. Man, it's really hard to get away from Wilson. I mean, all those are just really good options. They've been really solid all year. Golly, do I want? Let's see. Wilson. That one's tough. I think I still have to play Wilson. It's the amount of targets. I don't think I can get away from it. I like Jacoby, but Bowers should be back a little stronger again. Also, now we're able to run the ball. Again, Debo should be a good option. With all that short air target should be available for him, and Mario's been pretty solid in the past. But it's just the volume for Wilson. I have to stick with Wilson for you, Brett. All right, Glitchy. Pick 2. Full PPR. Bucky, Genty, Taylor. I am thinking I sit to Bucky. Where could I put Irving? Okay, so I have Taylor as my RB7, and then I have Genty. Just kidding. I'm going to say Genty. So I'm playing Irving and Taylor. Jeffrey, 12-team PPR, need a flex. Mason or McConkey? It's PPR, so you're going to go roll out McConkey. Also, there's not really a good way to stop or get away from McConkey. All right. Then we got Glitchy with Nico or BTJ. Oh. I think I have Nico higher. It's close. Collins is at 17 and Brown. Yeah, it's going to be Collins. And a good matchup for him. I'm just hoping Stroud actually steps up. Golly. Doug, good morning. Agbuka, Higgins, or Pearsall. I'm still running out Agbuka here. I know they're monitoring him, but he's been playing just fine. I'm not too worried about it. I know I shouldn't be. Higgins is going to be fine as well. But of these three, the talent of Agbuka is just too hard to overlook. Pearsall playing with a backup, Higgins playing with a backup. Higgins, who really that backup Browning favors Chase by quite a bit, but it'll be interesting to see how this works out. But standard, so I'm still going to go Agbuka. He's more likely to score a touchdown of these three. All right, Nibs. I'm more between Ayo and Urge. I think Mariota in. You would be surprised. Mariota does kind of whatever he wants. So, if you between those two, I'd probably go Ayo Manor, but. Hey, my mind's back. Question: tight end situation. Yeah, I agree. Should I start Hawkinson, Sanders, or Jonnu? Woof. That's tough. I think Hawkinson as my highest tight end of those three. Yep. I would roll out Hawkinson. I know it's not super special, and I know he's been rough, but it's really close between him and Sanders, but I have to see more from Sanders first. So, all right, Jeffrey. 12-team PPR. Need to Pickens, Olave, Hollywood. It's going to be Olave and Brown. I like Pickens. I think it's another good matchup. I'd much rather see the volume for Olave, and then Brown is in a good matchup in a game that they kind of have to win. And if Wilson can do what he did last week, I'm kind of doubting it. But if the Chiefs are pressured, Brown should be the big play for you. All right, Nebs. Full PPR pick 2. Judy, Ridley, Wandale. I'm pretty sure I have Judy there. and then it becomes between Ridley and Wandale. And I have Ridley higher. So it's Judy and Ridley for me. You're welcome, Brett. Yeah, I'm not. Neighbors will be fine. He'll see his volume. All right, Daniel, got to check. PPR flex. Pittman, Pollard, Ridley, Franklin, Tillman, Kraft. Man. I'm pretty sure it's Pittman. Yeah, it's Pittman for me. Rolling him out again. Yeah, glitchy. Definitely. More excited for the Chargers. I'm super nervous about this game, so we'll see how that goes. It's one of the more nerve-wracking ones for sure. All right. Flex 1. Igbuka. Iron Manor. I still think I'm going Igbuka. Mostly because I know Iron Manor's gotten kind of lucky. And so Igbuka is actually just... It didn't say he was limited, guys. That's one thing that you need to pay attention. It isn't that he's limited. It's that they're monitoring his snaps. If it was limited, that'd be a whole different situation. But I don't think it is. They're going to monitor it because they want to see how he's going to be doing snap to snap. So I think that's going to be a little different. And they'll probably have him going in and out a little more. But I don't think it's enough for you to not play him over Io Manor. Especially how bad the Titans are. Arab. Gassi. 12. Ramondre Stevenson, Sutton, Montgomery, and Hunter. I'm rolling out Stevenson. I have him ranked the highest. I think he has a good week. It's a good matchup for him. So hopefully that helps. Leaping Rabbit, good day. Pick 2. Ferguson, Goddard, Ridley, or Chubb. Oi. That's a good one. I think, man, that's close. I think I'm going to go to Ferguson here. And then I'm going to roll out to PPR. Golly. I really like Chubb's matchup this week. I think he should have a good game. It's PPR. He doesn't see a whole lot of targets, so I think I'm going to have to end up rolling out Ridley. Ridley is seeing targets. He's not getting to them. And if that ever changes, he's going to be so good for this team. You're welcome, Mimi. And yeah, also go Chargers. Appreciate it. Okay, State. Grad, BTJ, or Hall. Yeah, that one's a good one. BTJ or Hall. Okay, so I have 26 and I have Hall. Where is Hall? Do I have Hall? Oh, if I could spell Hall. Yeah, I'm still going to go out Hall there. Okay. It's just the volume, I think, is really boost him up. Not a horrible matchup. Their big run stopper isn't there still. Hall's been catching passes, so I still think I go with Hall. Oh, you're rolling off Falcons D, baby. Don't worry about it. All right, Daniel. Pick 2 for flex. Connor and Debo. Other options, Ridley, Swift, or Mooney. I'm fine keeping it as it is. If you wanted to switch it, I might go Ridley, but it would be more if it's PPR and you're chasing points. That's really a play-by-play scenario, depending on what you need. I think Connor and Debo are going to be your safer plays, with Ridley having more upside. So if you were going to play Ridley, I'd play Debo and Ridley over Connor and Debo, but kind of depending on what you need there. Ooh. Don't want to mess your name up. Roel? Fannin or Njoku? It's going to still be Fannin. I know, slight downtake last week, but I still think he's the one that they're going to go to, and this game they're definitely going to need him. Daniel Gomez, you just wanted to start half PPR. Williams, Debo, Ridley. It's going to be Debo. All right, Nib. See ya. Thanks so much. Leaping Rabbit and stuff. Yeah, for real. It is tough. That's I can definitely see why you're struggling through some of this. because those options do make it quite difficult, especially on a week like this one. Yeah, yo mama, welcome in. PPR, pick one. Franklin, Aya Manor, Tillman, Booty. Oh, man. I am going to go... Pretty sure it's Booty. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. Probably will get in trouble for that. Sorry about... If it's sung, I don't think I can get in trouble, but we'll see. Yeah, I have Booty the highest. Yeah, it's Booty. I have him as my wide receiver 27. C-Plank, Austin or Henderson? I'm guessing that's supposed to be Travion. And with that, it's going to be Austin. I think Rodgers is actually going to have to throw quite a bit. I like Henderson, but I don't like the inconsistency of his usage. So I have to wait and see more. It's one of those things that you have to wait and see, unfortunately. So rather go Austin, and I'd really much rather go to the waiver wire and see if there's not something better out there. All right, Angela, pick one. Swift or Monty? Golly. Is it PPR? It says PPR. I think I have... Yep, it's Montgomery, just barely. Mostly because I think he scores, and Swift is dealing with a quad injury. Leaping Rabbit, JSN, Nico. Ooh. I think I'm still sure I have JSN higher. Yeah, JSN's in my top 10 still. Barely. He got a knockdown, which is unfortunate due to his illness. All right, Brett. Going back and forth on my wide receiver. Have to sit two. Oh, yeah, that's tough. Okay, according to my rankings, I have it as Wilson, JSN, Devo. So Wilson, JSN, Brown. So that means I would end up sitting Debo and Myers. But I understand why you're struggling with that. Glad I love when I get names right, just barely trying to read it. Okay, state grad. Let's see. DJ Moore, Sutton, Wandale. It's half, which ends up hurting everybody. Because Neil brought it up on Wednesday's show, more likely Steve brought it up. This seems like a game that Moore is going to score, so I'm going to go Wandale and DJ Moore. Wolf. Soaring Eagle. Glad you're back. Kyle Pitts or Zach Ertz. It's Ertz. I know the Panthers suck, but I really think it's going to be London and Bijan. They really just like running it down people's throats, and it doesn't matter how much they're up. So, if anything, now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably move Algier up because them getting up, I could see them salting it away with Algier, and him being at 39 is too low. All right, now I feel better. All right, Sven. PPR, pick one. Igbuka, Ferguson, Mooney, Pittman. Yeah, I still think I have Igbuka the highest. Yeah. I have Pittman and Igbuka back to back. So I have Igbuka higher, but if you want to go Pittman, completely understand being scared of his monitor snaps. So. Whoa, NFL live stream on screen, Variety TV. Excellent. Welcome in. C-Plank, Mooney or Austin? Oh. Think I have Mooney higher. I'm hoping he's going to be healthy. So I have him at, I have Mooney slightly higher, but I really don't love either of these options, unfortunately. Brandon Grossman. Hey, how's it going? Ertz or Laporta? It's going to be Ertz. Josh, Igbuka or Sutton? Oh. Still have Igbuka higher. What up, Jacob? Pittman or Judy? I have Pittman higher. Barely. Yep, Pittman's barely higher. Okay. God, Booty or Downs? Guillotine League. Oh, that's brutal. That one's tough because I like the opportunity for Downs, but Booty's just seeing so much usage, and that Pitt D is so bad. So I'm still gonna go Downs. Or Pitt. Golly, even my mind. I'm still gonna go Booty. Sorry. Okay, you're welcome. Happy to help. Okay, State. All right, Daniel. PPR Flex 1. Moore, Wandale, Judkins, Franklin, Booty. Still have Booty the highest in that group. However, if you are chasing upside, Moore. Gonna keep doing it just because maybe that will manifest him scoring that Steve put out into the universe. Robmo, need 2 PPR. McLaurin, Allen, DJ Moore, Golden. It's going to be McLaurin and Allen for me. The PPR boosts them up quite a bit. Oh, Daniel. What is going on with these D? No. It's Vikings and who? Bengals. Definitely not playing the Bengals. I'm rolling out the Vikings, but don't love it. Bips, you're back. Been a minute. Igbuka, Moore, Neighbors. I'm sitting more. Of those, it's going to be Igbuka, Neighbors. Oh, sweet. I love when we start getting spam in here. It shows that we're getting lucky. People are actually watching. All right. I'm rejected to lose by 20. PPR, pick 2. Pearsall, Tillman, Diggs, Franklin, Moore. Okay. I think it's at this point that we're going to pull out the stops and we're going to go with Moore. And, oh, man. I think I'm going to have to go Pearsall. So, you say it's kind of a must win. I mean, it's still early. We have plenty of time. I'm not too worried about it. So I still think I'm going to go more in Pearsall. Because I think that offers you the most upside. I know it's also very risky, but those are games that I could see potentially being shootouts. I like Tillman a lot, but that also is a game that they're chasing, and everybody seems to be scared off of Tillman. Diggs still isn't at full health. Franklin is just so iffy, I'd rather not risk it. So, Eric Poe, injured Kraft or Okonkwo. I'm still going to trust Kraft more. Even half of him is probably better than Okonkwo on that offense. So, Josh Ezzy, Hawkinson or Ert. Oh, that's a good one. Where's my tight end? I think it's golly. I have him back to back. I have Ert barely ahead, so it's going to be Ert. What? My ambitions as a writer. All right, QQB. Lost Burrow for the year. Yeah. Fields done for the week. Yeah. Who should I start as my second quarterback? It's going to be Mariota. Oh, nice. What up, Royce? I was like, ooh, thrown off by that. All right, yeah. It's going to be Mariota for me. I haven't seen enough out of it from Rattler yet to trust him as a fantasy option. AW, safest 2. Mariota, Browning, Penix, Max. If you're wanting the safest plays of these, it's definitely going to be Browning, and then I have Penix as the next safest option. So, really close, but if you're wanting to play safe, those are the 2 I'd roll out. Mayo Bibbs, Moore or Myers. It's going to be Myers. Full PPR, the volume's just there. If you're chasing the upside, go Moore, but I'd much rather roll out Myers this week. Also, Love or Jones. Is that Daniel Jones? I have them back to back. I think I trust Daniel Jones to rush it in, so I'm going to go Daniel this week. Terrifying. The fact that is even a sentence coming out of my mouth is terrifying. Brandon Grossman, QJ or Debo? It's Debo. QJ has a tough matchup, and I think Debo sees a lot of volumes with Mariota under center. That short area target should equate to something this week. Also, why I have Ertire and the loss of Eckler. A lot of moving parts that move Debo up quite a bit. Brett, you're welcome. Happy to help. All right, Daniel Ward. Let's see. Pick 2. Pearsall, Smith, Judy, McLaurin. I think there I'm going to go Pearsall and McLaurin. Yeah. All right. That dude named Billy. Pick 2. Stevenson, McConkey, Smith, Laporta, Tillman. It's going to be Stevenson and McConkey. Wouldn't even sweat it. So, all right, where are we? Rob Mo, another League One. Egbuka, Merritt, Franklin, Olave. That one becomes Olave. That volume is just insane. I can't bring myself to get away from it. So, much rather roll it out and hope for the best. All right. Then we go to K-Bird. Egbuka or McLaurin. Still rolling at Egbuka there. Oh, Rob Mo, my bad. Oh, no, I said Olave. Okay. Brandon Grossman. Sorry, pick 1. Debo, Johnston, London. Pretty sure I have London the highest. Double check here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I have London. Yep. I have London the highest, just barely above Abuka. So rolling him out. Ward, Mariota, Russ, Stafford, Browning, Rogers, Geno. Okay, if you're chasing upside with this one as well, it's going to be Browning. If you want the safest play, it is probably actually Rogers, which I don't like. So it really depends what you need there, Daniel. Bips, PPR, Brees Hall, Etienne. That's another good one. I think I have him back to back, unfortunately. I have... If I could spell it. I have Etienne slightly higher in PPR. So it's going to be Etienne for me. You're welcome, Brandon. Okay, following up. What's the highest upside for... The highest upside is Browning. And probably Mac Jones, because I could see those games getting out of control. So, Metal Nate, defense question. Bucks, Chiefs, or Colts? Golly. Jumping around. Let's see. I think I have the Chiefs the highest. Yep. It's going to be Chiefs. Then Colts. So, have them both pretty high. So... Oh, actually, it's back to back to back. So I have Chiefs, Bucks, Colts in that order. Okay. Gus Batista. Love it. Do I go Wentz or Mariota? Really depends. I think it really depends on what you're looking for. I trust Mariota a little more just because we've seen him more recently. Wentz has kind of been jumping around a little bit. So I think I'd go that way. Oh, exclusive is in. Start 3. Sutton, Judy, Diggs, Diami Brown, or Aya Manor. I am going to roll out Judy, Aya Manor, and Sutton. That's half. Man, that's tough. Yeah, don't love it. Oh, Gus. Browning is the highest of them all, but you have to also we talked about it on Wednesday. You have to realize he will throw interceptions, but he is also going to sling it all over the place. So it's between him and Mariota. I think Mariota's safer. All right, Daniel Ward. half PPR, SML. One running back, one wide receiver, one flex. So I need 3. It will go Judkins, Ridley, Pierce. Oh, Higgins. Yeah. G-Turn, welcome in. Happy Sunday. PPR, Pollard or Kamara? Oof. Pretty sure I have Pollard higher. Or is it Kamara higher? I have them at 19 and 21, and Pollard's slightly higher. Roel, let's see. Pick 2. Half PPR, Genty, Javonte, Sutton. I am going to take Williams and Sutton there. Yeah, yo, mama. Okay, McLaurin or Pacheco. That I would go McLaurin just because I have to have Pacheco prove it. This is his week. If he does not do this week, I start to get super nervous about Pacheco. It's a good matchup for him. He should be able to run all over the place, but he terrifies me this week. Mostly because he's had tough matchups the first 2 games, so I'm very curious to see how this week goes. All right, Kenneth Moore, Hollywood or Jay Williams. I'm assuming that's Jameson Williams. In that case, I will go Hollywood Brown. Nibs, I knew you'd be back. You're just a sucker and you like to watch me. I get it. All right. May or Penix? That one's good. I have them back to back. I have May slightly higher, mostly because I think the Falcons are going to be able to run. So that makes me nervous. Also, the fact that Xavier Leggett's out for the Panthers. Yikes. Bips, Superflex, Mariota, Kamara, Odunze. At that point, I think I'm going to go Mariota. Daniel Ward. Yes. I always am happy to set your lineup. It's always a blast. All right, Daniel. Everhart this time. Sorry. Gotta differentiate the 2. PPR. So I'm flexing 1. Pacheco, Ridley, Franklin, Tillman, Fannin. Man, I think at that point I roll out. I have Ridley the highest. Don't love it, but Ridley would be where I'd go. Frank Rod, welcome back. Tyler or Love? I am rolling out Jordan Love of those 2. Metal Nate, need 2 wide receivers. Debo, Wilson, Sutton. I am sitting Sutton, so I'm going to go Debo and Wilson. Amy, you're back. One more. Donald or Penix? Darnold or Penix. Whoa. Oh, okay. Of them, I have Penix higher. Glitchy, that is a good question for Wednesday. I, at that point, might be willing to drop him, but I'm more likely going to start shopping him around and seeing if I can get anybody else for him. Ashley, good morning. Which 2? McConkey, Neighbors. Okay, stop flexing. We get it. You have a really good team. Golly. I wish I had that problem every week. It's going to be Neighbors and McConkey for me. Not particularly close. But again, you have all really great options. Tamrazin, Swift, or Wandale? PPR, I'm going to go Wandale. If it's anything else, I will go Swift. Don't love it, but Daniel. Oh, SML. That makes more sense. I was like, I don't know what that is. All right, happy to help. MFAM, Judkins, or Henderson? I think I'm going to go with the guy who actually has a good amount of work, and I'm going to go Judkins. Oh, sorry, exclusive. I missed that. Falcons or Chiefs defense? Falcons. I agree. I'm sitting the Vikings for the Falcons. Also, the Vikings are surprisingly beat up on defense, so that doesn't help things. Bradley Kraft, Swift, Sutton, Olave, or Pollard. PPR flex. So I'm only picking one. It's hard to get. It's Olave. There's 2 many targets going his way. He's still playing a lot. I know he isn't out snapping Johnson, but he is playing quite a bit. So I still think him as an option this week should be just fine. Bill, welcome back. Been a minute. Browning or Geno? Really depends what we need. I have Browning rated higher because I expect him to throw more. And so I would have him the highest. However, if you're wanting to play it safe, Smith is definitely a safe play. I have him at a solid spot. Much rather just roll out Geno. If you think you're going to win, roll out Geno. If you're worried you're not going to win, throw out Browning. So I like Browning a lot this week, though. I have him as my QB 10, I think. Yeah. Madison, good morning. Which two? Hollywood Brown, Wan'Dale Robinson, Hunter Renfrow, Christian Kirk, Jameson Williams. Okay, you're definitely starting Brown, and then it gets real messy real quick. I think I go Jameson Williams because I actually think this game could be a back and forth, and Jameson's going to break one. We're unsure on Christian Kirk. Hunter Renfrow is interesting with Leggett out, and then Robinson has been a beast. If it's PPR, Robinson's probably your safest play, but I'm still going to go Brown and Williams. Hopefully that helps it, Madison. AW, JCM, Henderson, or Chubb as a flex. Ooh. I'm going to go Chubb. I like how he's used. A good matchup. Bips, you're welcome. Yeah. Hey, you need to start delivering that food to me, though. I'm just saying, if you're going to be working all Sunday, I would take some of it. Barbecue's always a favorite. But, all right. But yeah, AW, I'm going to go Chubb there. MFAM, how confident are you with Ibuka this week? I'm pretty confident. I have him as a mid wide receiver 2. Would I start Wan'Dale over him? In PPR, it's probably closer, but I just can't. Ibuka has played so well so far against difficult matchups. I know that they said that they're monitoring his snaps, but it's not limiting his snaps. And so with that differentiation, I think I have to roll out Ibuka just because of how well he's been playing. Theo G. Matty Ice, you're back. Yo, man, pick 2. Tiny Kyler, May, Danny Dimes. I have Jones and May higher. And fam, you're welcome. Happy to help. Whew, you guys are wearing me out today. All right. Kenneth Moore. I got you. Swift or Bill? Ugh. I actually have to pull up the RBs here. Do. I have. Who am I looking for? Swift. At 27, and I have JC Merritt is what I'm looking for. All right. Well, because it's PPR, I have Swift just ahead of Merritt. 22 and 23. So both RB2s. Metal Nate, Jones, or Love? Golly, that's a good one too. Jones. I have them back to back. You're killing me. I have Jones slightly ahead of Love, but literally back to back, Metal Nate, and then Ferguson or Ertz. Again, I have them back to back. Ugh, why is it so difficult? I have Ferguson just ahead of Ertz. So 7 and 8, both tight end ones for me this week. Rebecca, I can play one full PPR in 0.25, quarter point per carry league. Hall, Chubb, or Williams. Woo. Man. Again, I really think it is dependent on what you need. If you are projected to lose, I'm going to roll out Jameson Williams. If you're even kind of close in your matchup projections, I'm rolling out Hall. Shitty usage, Tampa Bay's beat up. I just would much rather roll that out. There you go, Daniel. All right, let's see. Defenses here. Commanders, 49ers, Chargers, Bengals. I have the Chargers the highest. Just going to say that. Might be some bias. So if you don't want to take that too much, I have 49ers close enough that you could also play the 49ers. Metal Nate, you're welcome. Whole reason for the show is for you guys. Okay. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do. We are 15 minutes until kickoff. We have all of these lovely shows. Tomorrow I'll be back. We'll do The Wire. Wednesday we'll be back for a long show where we're dealing with anything you want to cover. This will be technically week 4. So we might start slightly entertaining trade questions. We should start having an idea of what's going on. So you're interested in that. I'm back Thursday to help you set your lineup ahead of Thursday Night Football. And then Friday, we have our betting show, and then I'll be back again on Sunday, like always. All right. Got that spiel out of the way. Also have the Discord. You get a lot more information there. Have a whole team that is willing to help you. I am there more often than anywhere else. So, all right. Let that build back up. Mojo, like it. PPR, Egbuka, Marv, JK, or JMO. Thank you. I still have Egbuka the highest. However, if you are nervous about it, I am fine to play Harrison. I'm pretty sure is my next. Nope, I lied. I have Jameson Williams ahead of Harrison. So I have all of them as wide receiver 2s. So honestly, you're really close with all of them. If you're nervous about Egbuka, I would go Williams and then Harrison. So Slim Reapa's back. Happy Sunday. Full PPR flex. Smith or Stevenson? Yeah, I still am going to go Stevenson. Goddard's back, which always makes me nervous. I'd much rather roll out him because Smith's targets always goes down after they play, and so it's just easier to roll that out. All right. Then Royce, what do we got here? Full PPR, second flex. Okay, so I'm only picking one. Of them, I'm going to go. That's tough. I think I want to go Hunt. Just because if Pacheco's struggling, I think Hunt's the one who will actually end up having the most benefit out of it. All right. So yeah, I think I'm going to go Hunt, but it's really close with White. G-turn. Njoku or Goddard? It's Goddard. He's back, so gonna play him. Kenneth Moore, last one. Debo or Jameson Williams? I still have. This again comes down to your kind of tolerance and what you need. I have Debo lower, but he is safer than Jameson Williams. I just believe that Williams has more upside, so it's kind of hard to get away from him. So it really depends on what we need. I think Debo's a safer. He's going to see anywhere from 6 to 9 targets, and then Jameson's going to see probably 3 to 5, and you're hoping for a big play. So really depends what you need and a touchdown. Polo, good morning. Start 1 tight end premium. Half point PPR. Sorry. Started tight end. Whew, that was bad. Fannin, Pitt, Henry. Okay. Go back to tight ends, and I have Fannin, Henry, and then Pitt in that order. So still rolling out Fannin this week. Should be just fine. And then PPR start Goddard or Ertz. I still have Ertz higher. So, like I said, I'm not. Goddard's barely in my top 12 just because, again, coming off of injury. So, makes it close. All right. Sweet. I think I got everybody down to where they need to be. Oh, C Plank. Oh, here we go. C Plank. McNichols or Henderson? That's a good one. I'm unsure of what McNichols' job's going to be, so I think I'm rolling Henderson. Yeah, I have Henderson slightly ahead of McNichols. So real close, but still going to go Henderson there. Sven, PPR pick 1, Montgomery, Ferguson, Pittman. It's Pittman. Again, that's more of an upside play. If you want to play it safe, you can go Ferguson, who should get you more consistency for targets wise. But I still think Pittman showed enough in week 1 and was a good enough target in the last week in a tough matchup. So Damian, Pearsall, Higgins, Allen, 1, half PPR. I still can't take away anything. It's going to be Keenan Allen. I have him way too highly ranked, I'm sure. But in the end zone, in a game that Surtain's likely covering QJ, that middle of the field is going to be open. It's going to be really a battle between him and McConkey. I have them both ranked in the top 24 for that reason. So, all right. Jenny, Seahawks or Chiefs? Good question. I think I have the Chiefs slightly higher. Yeah. I have the Chiefs slightly higher at 5 and Seattle's at 7. So I don't think you go wrong, but I would roll the Chiefs. Army Gun. Let's see. Pick 1. Half PPR. Swift, Bill, Pittman, Ertz. Still going to be Pittman. The other ones are just too iffy. We are unsure what the usage is going to be. Bill, Hollywood, or Iron Manor. Why do I keep doing that? It's going to be Brown. Good matchup. Worthy's still out. Going to be interesting to see how that goes. If Wilson actually pressures him, could have a massive game. And then Tanner, PPR, Connor, or Dobbins? Ooh. I have Connor ahead. So, gonna roll out Connor even with the split. Jenny, you're welcome. Tamara, Connor, or Hubbard? That's where it goes to Hubbard. Especially with Leggett out, I think Hubbard sees an uptick in targets. So, all right. Sweet. Plenty of time. We've made it through, everybody. If you have any more questions, now's your time to ask them. We'll start winding down. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Have a full list of shows for you, as always. All of these lovely things. Or if you really want help, we have the Discord. We'll go into deep depth on anything you want. So really just kind of depends on what you're interested in. Also, all of my movie takes are in the Discord. Not that anybody really cares about that, but if you are interested, all the movies that I've watched recently are up there just waiting for you. Oh, see Plank's back again. Booty or Ridley? I'm pretty sure it's Booty. Yes. It's Booty 2 spots ahead of Ridley. So, right there. Should be just fine. Well, oh, Tanner, did I miss you? I thought I said Connor or Dobbins. Pretty sure I had Connor. I'll go back. I'm gonna say it again. Pretty sure it's Connor. I hate when I answer stuff in my head and then forget to actually say it out loud. Yeah, I have Connor ahead. Sorry about that, Tanner. So. Got everybody? Great. Last chance to ask questions. We all still try and stay here until kickoff. You have a few minutes. But that in mind, we have a full list of shows as always. Hopefully they will be something that you'll enjoy. It'll be interesting to see how that works out for everybody because, Monday's easy. Everybody's going to be caring about the waiver wire. We try and beat everybody out with our picks. That's why we do it Monday before kickoff. We also answer start-sit questions if they're there, or talk about any discussions that other people might bring up that are relevant to what we're talking about. at that point. Then Wednesday, Neil and I go off for 2 hours. We answer your guys' questions. We go into depth about everything. If you're wanting an in-depth answer or breakdown or analysis, that's a day for it. That's also when nonsense comes in. We do our start sits, and due to popular demand, we have Tight End Roulette coming back. So you'll get the full commercial. You'll get to enjoy the wheel. We'll do all that fun stuff. Got it all set up. So we'll be back this week as long as I remember to do it. I might do it during the show while we're talking, but it will be done. We'll be ready for you guys. Christopher, yes, let's have a day. I'm hoping this will be another great week. It should be. Should be. But yeah, I think everybody, with all the options out, I'm actually pretty excited for this week. There's a lot of good games. I'm curious to see. One of the things we're keeping an eye on is Pacheco. That's definitely something that we're going to be interested in. Packers look legit. However, I do think they're going to the Browns are going to have to throw a lot. So should be a good game for Jacobs, but Browns are going to be chasing points, so I still expect them to have a big week. Mojo, Debo, or Pittman. Pretty sure I have Pittman higher. Yeah, I have Pittman slightly higher, but they're both wide receiver 2s. So, should be good. Yeah. What else do? Bengals, Vikings, that'll be interesting, seeing how Browning does. Vikings defense is beat up. Very curious to see how that offense runs. Might actually be higher scoring. Also, part of why I have Wentz ranked so high this week. Then Eagles, Rams. They have the over-under at 45.5. I think that's another one I'm interested in. I could see that game going either way, and it'd be extremely high. Daniel, would I drop Bates for Romo or Sly? Probably. Both those kickers have been playing extremely well, and Bates has been fine. Let me double check to see where Bates even is. So he's had 7 and 10. Yeah, Sly's been really high, and I don't think that's going to change because they're able to move the ball. They just aren't able to score very effectively. I still think I'm going to roll out get Sly and have him as my kicker. Romo was also a pleasant surprise last week. Had a massive week. He's another great option because again, they're not able to score. They're able to move the ball well enough that they're going to be kicking. So I have them similarly ranked the rest of the season. I would expect them to both be top 8 kickers probably rest of the year unless there's just a horrible matchup. But even then, I don't think you really get away from it. All right. Well, 2 minutes left. If you have any questions, now's your time. But yeah, a lot of good games. I also, again, I'm bringing up Pacheco because it drives me crazy. Brown is fine, guys. With Worthy out, I'm not worried about them having to move that. And Monday night game is also something I'm super excited for. Lions and Ravens. I'm very curious to see what Goff shows up. If it's going to be a shootout, they have the over/under at the highest of the week at 51.5. And that doesn't surprise me at all. Raven secondary has been beat up. That's an area that the Lions have been solid. Lions have been able to cause pressure. However, Jackson's always been a different beast. So another fun one to watch. All right. Well, if you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it, everybody. If you have any last questions, now's your time. I don't see anything moving. So with that in mind, I hope everybody has a great week 3. Hope you all enjoy and have wonderful weeks. Hopefully all my picks are 100 for you. You do great. So with that in mind, I hope